Hey Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another Friday SitRep. We got 2 new pre-orders in line for you, along with 2 new brand new release minifigs. So first up, we have the UH-1Y Venom, long-awaited Bell aircraft helicopter release designed by Dan Siskin. So we're going to do a check-in on that in just a little bit here. And then not pictured in front of us because it's still being built by our testers, but don't worry, we have a check-in with Mary, is the Centurion Cram. That is a co-build between her and George Hicks. Also kind of a long-awaited modern kit. So before we dive into that, let's take a quick look at the figures. So that is the Lunar Mission Commander and the updated American Modern Tanker V2. So we'll dive into those here with Landon in a bit. But first, let's head to the design room and hear a little bit more about our pre-orders. All right, so we're checking in at the desk of Dan Siskin, taking a closer look at the Bell UH-1Y Venom. This is a long-awaited helicopter. I mean, this is literally one of the most highly requested models we've had since we got this contract back. Tell me a little bit about what we're looking at here. I see we got some similar door structure to the new Huey. Same front design as well.
Similar.
Yeah, right. Tell me what we're looking at.
Well, this is the latest. This is the Super Huey, the Huey that the Marines use, and I think actually there's actually a lot of these out in the world. The Czech Republic has them for their Air Force and stuff.
Okay.
Definitely we would know them as the Venom. The United States Marine Corps uses them for their aviation. It's a utility helicopter. It's a little bit stretched. It's a little bit longer than the standard Huey, the classic Vietnam Huey. Some other things that are different about it, it has the twin turbines, so you have the twin exhaust, and the tail boom is just like they chopped it right off the Viper, which of course is the latest Cobra.
Sure.
So Bell went through this whole operation to make as many parts of this and many components of this and the Viper
interchangeable.
Interchangeable. So it's the same transmission, same rotor, same tail boom, all that. The layout's the same. The only thing that's different is, of course, the front end.
Right. Well, that's pretty smart, I suppose. It makes the parts more readily available when you get a repair, etc.
Right, and it's really like if you're like the Marine Corps is like forward base. They're always out on the scene. They have a huge supply chain, so if they can simplify their supply chain, that's all the better. So the reason why they use these versus a Sikorsky product is then they don't want to have like one brand, the TAC helicopter being from one brand, and then this utility helicopter being from another.
That makes sense.
The more commonality, the simpler it is for their supply chain. Everybody's happy. The Navy, who hauls them around, has less stuff to haul around.
Yeah, right, to worry about.
And the maintenance, everything is so much more simplified.
Very, very cool. Now, you were saying that these are just kind of placeholder minifigures here, but from what we can see on the website right now, this comes with a pretty awesome crew as well.
Right. These guys on here are the Viper pilots. I know it uses the same parts here, so I grabbed the Viper. I went and found the leftover parts from the Viper, stole them. But yeah, the new crew is kind of phenomenal. They'll have actually custom printed helmets, and these are helmets from the old Huey.
Right.
All of it's custom made, so there is a lot of printing that's going to be going into this as well.
Yeah, definitely a lot of printed elements. Definitely something to check out, those renders on the website, etc. Because as I said, we are still looking at the prototype models here, but it does come with a full crew and a lot of play functions and details as well. So a long-awaited model and release, and I'm sure one that'll be gone quick, and people will be asking to come back fairly soon. So if you want in on this first batch, go pick it up now.
Right.
Otherwise, you will be destined to wait. Right. Exactly. All right, Dan. Thank you very much for checking in.
Thank you.
All right, Brickmaniacs, we're checking in with Mary Wilson here because we're looking at the Centurion Cram, which, like Mary has been explaining to me, is something that doesn't even really exist yet necessarily.
Right. It seems like there's only 2 prototypes in existence at the time, but this is for future war, so that's all right. But it's on a existing truck that they basically were like, let's just put the phalanx on top of it. Yeah. And they did, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's certainly got a sweet look to it. I mean, the cab itself, like instantly, I'm thinking Dragon Wagon. I like these the supports, etc. that we have going on here, and then obviously this is the phalanx that was quite popular that we built earlier. But now it's got a tan base and looks a little different.
Yeah, and so it still moves. So I didn't actually design the truck base. That was George Hicks, and then I attached this to the top. But they're
Yes.
So once again, like back in like this electrical box, you can take this apart. And we've got the Technic system like running underneath the truck bed. So I actually want to like, you can kind of see it down there. And it was pretty fun. So you can again like take aim while you do that.
That adds so much. I absolutely love that.
Honestly, like this has been sitting on my desk for like the last week or so.
Been messing with it.
I've just been playing with it like every morning. I'm like, whoop, doop. So that's awesome. Love that. Also, it fits 2 minifigs in here. You can you kind of have to build them in, but like doors open. We've got a hatch up at the top too.
Sure.
Oh,
nice.
so
Look
all
at that.
that.
That's super clean.
Yeah.
It's a fun little look, and it's already designer approved as a fun piece to have on your desk because
sure.
clearly that makes it part of the deal here. So available on pre-order right now. Future War, off to a heck of a start. Mary, thanks for checking in. All right, so we're transitioning now to Minifigs, Lunar Mission Commander, Space Race.
Yes.
Chugging right along. Tell me more about this.
This would go perfect for that lunar rover. So this is the mission commander. They have some identifying markers on top of the spacesuit. So it's pretty much the exact same spacesuit as our previous lunar astronaut minifigure, which we're also restocking.
Correct, on Monday.
Yeah. So pick up both of these. That would and then deck that out with that lunar rover. That'd be perfect. So yeah, make sure to pick up a standalone lunar astronaut, mission commander, and that rover. For the complete package.
Nice.
So much 3D printed parts on all the kit and the minifigures themselves. Just some quick details that PLSS, it's the life support backpack. That's Brickmania in-house produced and printed on. Really gorgeous sculpt on that one, as well as the helmet there. Just so much detail to kind of capture that look of the astronaut. Other than that, you know, I think we have a review video from back in the day on the original astronaut, so maybe check that out. And yeah, let's switch over to the next figure here. We have, and I'm super excited about this, a lot of positive response for this. So this is the Abrams tanker.
The modern American tanker V2.
Modern American tanker.
US tanker, yeah.
And this is kind of a revamp of a previous version. And I finally got a chance to produce this the CVC body armor, so that's that vest, and those go back quite a ways. So commonly when you see them in the field, they'll be kind of worn down a little bit. So I'm trying to capture that look in the artwork. There's a revamp on that operational camouflage pattern, so I'm dialing in those colors, kind of playing with the saturation levels, really making it pop. That's a really tough camo to try and recreate.
Sure.
So I think we're slowly getting there. I'm pretty happy with this. Tanker boots in the bottom, so they kind of, instead of laces, they have this like wraparound like leather strap. It's just, it dates back quite a ways. You know, World War II had that. And I think it's kind of in homage to cavalry boots, actually.
Sure.
But then there's actually a practical side of it, is the laces are more likely to maybe get caught up, or just
Yeah, you don't want to
harder.
get snagged on the lever or something.
Yep. And then he's wearing kind of just like a balaclava, goggles, and last but not least, this brand new CVC helmet. So this is the Combat Vehicle Crew helmet. And I mean, it's pretty much when don't you see it in a tank or other military vehicles? This is one of the It's one of the most common helmets for vehicle crews. So we finally got a chance to bring it to 1/35th scale, and that's 3D printed in-house, designed in-house. So expect to see that quite a bit on future figures. But I'm glad that we got it produced in time for this figure to come out. So I think it's one of the most complete, accurate tankers kind of out there. So we have a limit of 2 for now.
Yeah, correct. Limit on 2 of both of these.
Yeah, and then we'll be trying to release as many batches of this figure as we can down the road, just because it is such a common person here. So
yeah, right. We know people are going to want multiples of them, so we'll make sure we get them back in the lineup. So yeah, a couple of comments on that fig. Obviously, the 2 different mixtures of the 3D printing really makes that color pop, and so that's a really nice addition. I'm always impressed with the color matching from the 3D printing to the actual Lego, because I know that's pretty tough to do. And then just in the artwork, I like the kind of wear and tear that you add to that kind of stuff, because when you're building mocks, very rarely is it like, I'm just getting on my tank.
Right.
I'm here at base. I just got off. My equipment's brand new. You know what I mean? Usually you're out in the field, et cetera, et cetera. And so I think that it's nice that you kind of bring a little bit of that to that, because it adds a level of authenticity to your mock as well, which is what we try to do.
absolutely.
Right? So yeah, very, very cool. Once again, limit 2 on both of those minifigures, but we'll bring them back because we know they're going to be popular. So there you have it. 2 new minifigs, along with the 2 new pre-orders, and then the Sea King. For everyone who got in on that pre-order, is sold out very, very fast, but that is now shipping on its way to everyone who got in on that batch of pre-orders. So that one went super fast too. I'd hope to see that one back in the lineup, but we'll see. Going to set up a mobile designer studio with George Hicks. So we'll have another new face on the Brickmania TV YouTube channel. So make sure to tune in for that. Otherwise, anything else you want to add?
That's it.
Cool. Remember, mock contest, June 1st. We'll see you Monday.